to remind everyone that if you are not already slated to speak before the board tonight, you will not be allowed to do so. But there is a process for that. And then we will move on to the approval of the general agenda. So we will take a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a motion? We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that is done. And then I know most of you are here for recognition, so we will move right on to the fun part. So here, you will. We're going to start with a prayer by Mr. Lamar, and then we'll remain standing for pledge of allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time together to discuss the district of Lamar County. Lord, I thank you for the teachers, the students, the administrators at all these schools and what they do on a daily basis, Lord. I ask that you guide us tonight. Lord, give us wisdom, give us guidance, give us patience, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coulter, and for the rest of you. All right, good evening. My name is Patrick Gray, and I serve as the Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Programs here in the district. I have several recognitions tonight for our secondary schools, so if you guys will bear with me, we will make this as quick as we possibly can so that we can recognize the achievements of our students. All right, first and foremost, we're going to recognize the Summerall High School girls soccer team. We'd like to ask Coach Todd Simons and his assistant coaches, Adam Bailey and Tay Cullen, to come forward. So congratulations to our Summerall High School Bobcats. They brought home the 4A state championship. We're very proud of your hard work. So girls, if you will come forward for a picture and recognition.
Let's get a group photo.
Of the coaches.
Y'all kind of story pose. Right. So the only thing that I ask this year is that we don't wait until like late in the match before we take care of it. Let's go ahead and get it up front and just go ahead and walk away. Y'all made me bite my fingernails off that day, and it was freezing cold. So who was called? Somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Make a little front row. Yeah. There you go. Good.
All right, we'd also like to recognize Coach Todd Siders, who was named the Mississippi Association of Coaches 2024 Girls Soccer Coach of the Year. Congratulations. All right, we'd like to recognize some individual players. Addie Siders, who was named the Mississippi Gatorade Soccer Player of the Year and United Soccer Coaches All-American. Congratulations.
Coach Simon, come on up. You got to get a picture. Yeah, just stay.
There.
Is this all soccer?
Also recognizing Ashton Stringfellow,
Ashton's not here.
all right, was named the 2024 MHSAA Region 7 4A Girls Soccer Player of the Year. If Mr. Jeffrey Coulter and the Traces of Bloom will come forward.
Thank
We'd like to recognize the Traces of Blue, who were named the ICHSA South Champions and the ICHSA finalists and the MSHAA Sweepstakes Award winners. Congratulations.
Y'all are gonna sing a little ditty for us tonight? Always next time, for sure.
Our Summerall High School varsity cheerleaders in the house. Where are you guys? Out here?
Yep, there. Where's the
All
cheer?
right, come on down.
Come on, cheer. Yeah, they.
You can't hear me. All right, can you guys hear me now? Give me a thumbs up.
There you go, that's better.
All right. Congratulations to Coach Kim Blount. We're very proud of our Summerall High School cheerleaders, who secured back-to-back national championships. Congratulations.
There you go.
All right, where are our varsity baseball players? You guys come on down. As they're coming, congratulations to Coach Andy Davis and his assistant coaches, Steve Cooley, Richard Broom, Josh Miller, Adam Bailey, and Billy Garrity. Our Summerall High School baseball team were named the 2024
Y'all got to bend over.
MHSAA 4A state champions.
Congratulations.
All right, we have some individual recognitions. Congratulations to Coach Andy Davis, named the 2024 7-4A Coach of the Year and the Pineville Sports Coach of the Year. Congratulations.
Go ahead and tell them
Congratulations to Cade Clinton, named the 2024 State Championship Series MVP and second team All-State in baseball. Is that here? Congratulations to Drew Davis, named the 2024 Max Prep Freshman of the Year, first team All-State Pine Belt Sports Baseball Player of the Year. Congratulations. Two other recognitions in baseball. Landon Hawkins, 2024 First Team All-State Baseball. Also, Lee Odom, 2024 First Team All-State Baseball. Varsity volleyball, are you in the house?
They might be.
All right.
No.
Our Kim Lunt is our head coach, Todd Siders, our assistant coach. Congratulations to these ladies who are the 2024 MHSAA South State runner-ups. Congratulations. All right, some individual recognitions. Ellie Russell, 2024 All-Star Academic Team. Not here. Anna Kate Miller, 2024 All-State Academic Team. Ashton Stringfeller, 2024 All-State Academic Team. Ella Robertson, 2024 All-Star Academic Team. And Hannah James, 2024 All-District in volleyball. Congratulations to those students.
All those names are in college right now, so they were seniors last year, correct?
Yeah.
All right, at this time, I'm going to ask our director, our CTE director, Suzanne Kelly, to come forward to assist with the next recognitions. We have several recognitions from our Career and Technical Center. Very excited that our national certification programs have ranked in the top 10 in the state for 2023-24. First, we'd like to recognize Mr. Leslie Brown. His ASE, which stands for Automotive Service Excellence, achieved the following rankings. First place in the state, maintenance and light repair, brakes, engine repair, heating and AC, suspension and steering. Ranked second place in the state in automotive service technology, electrical, electronic systems, manual drive, train and axle, and ranked fourth in the state for engine performance, automatic transmission, and trans-axle. Congratulations. Next, we'd like to recognize Mr. Donnie Socher. Here. All right, whose National Center for Construction Education and Research ranked first place in national certification rankings in the state. Congratulations. Next, Mr. Drake Broom, our metal fabrication instructor, whose National Center for Construction Education and Research ranked first place in national certification state rankings, and his NIMS ranked third place. Congratulations.
Thank you publicly for writing the grant for a $70,000 season. 70. Explain that. CNC. What was it? CNC.
CNC milling machine.
Okay.
Get
So,
updated in the CNC machine.
yes. So thank you for going above and beyond.
Next, Star Swan. Recognition for early childhood, ranked second in the state, 2023-24. Selena Parker. Recognition for Solid Works Association National Certifications, ranked first place in the state. Debbie Miller and Tricia Griffin. All right, here they are. These ladies recognized for foundations of restaurant management, ranked 6th in the state. Congratulations.
Okay, so first of all, for those of you that I haven't met, my name is Matt Thomas. I'm fortunate enough to be the principal here at Summerall High School. When we have, and I'm sure all of the schools are this way, an event on our campus, we like to try to recognize as many of our students and athletes and the things they do as possible. And so sometimes when we ask coaches to turn things in, like all of us, sometimes it falls off the list and doesn't get all the way to the certificate printed on the table. But one thing that I did want to mention that we happened to overlook was Riley Kirkman, one of our girls soccer players from that state championship team, was recognized this past year as the Pine Belt Sports Player of the Year for that last year's state championship soccer team. So Riley, would you come down and get a picture real quick?
Okay, we'll send it to you.
Here you go.
Also, we actually, in CTE, we actually have one group that competes at the national level in the fall, and that is FFA. And your Summerall group is actually going to be representing next month And I would like them to come down and their former coach Cooper, now ag teacher, can introduce them.
Future Farmers of America, and it's not just about farming. It's public speaking. It's leadership. It's amazing things that these young ladies. I was looking for the guys, but it's all young ladies. Y'all took over. That's good. So, yes.
Yeah, actually,
So you want,
Yeah.
yes, please talk.
sure. Thanks for having us here tonight. So yeah, this group, this is not all of them. We'll be going to Indianapolis, Indiana in October to compete nationally. They were state champions in vet science and ag issues. A lot of work goes into it, ladies. And the cool thing about it is I'll be taking 12 girls to Indianapolis, Indiana. Am I freaking out? Yes. But it's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very proud of them. Got a lot of big shoes to fill, Mr. Roberts, and what he's done with mentor with me. So I just hope to continue the tradition that he's built with FFA. And like I said, it's more than class for us. It's about building leadership and character and preparing for what they're going to face in the real world. So I'm going to have my vet science, y'all step up. I think I got two. So I got Miss Elise Downing, Cody Warren. They'll be representing vet science. Also have Macy Harrington and Bailey Reed will also be representing us in vet science. Will y'all want to tell what y'all do in vet science? One of y'all? Okay, Cody.
In vet science, we technically pretty much focus on what you'd be doing in the real world as far as like being a veterinarian and what that holds. So when you go in competition, you do multiple paper trials as far as like the practicums and the tests, and you're going to do a math portion, which has to do with equating all the medications and stuff like that together and seeing what you can come up with. And you also have to go over breeds, which there's over 300 different breeds. They pick about 150 of those and put them on the test, but you don't know which ones they are. And then they bring you up and you have to do some hands-on competition, which is clinical practicums, which has to do with medication and insertion and stuff like that. And then handling, which has to do with just handling of the animals and restraints, halters, muzzles, stuff like that. So in all, it's all about preparing you for the future, if that's what you want to go into.
And we put it in perspective how long this contest is. I was looking at the schedule. They will be competing on Wednesday. We get up there on Tuesday, compete from 7 in the morning to 7 at night in this contest. So it's pretty intensive. One day, one shot, good thing. Next is our ag issues. This is something we did new with it. Really, it took y'all, 2 years we've been working on it, and we finally went, presented it, and was able to win state. So I have Ms. Jenna Anderson, Samantha Cardenas, Sophie Dalton, Chloe Jones, and Addison Shaw. And which one of y'all want to call it? Samantha? Yeah, go ahead, Samantha. Here, you got this. You got this.
Okay, so basically with ag issues, we create a forum, and we each have different parts and like different roles in our forum, and we memorize our parts, and we have to recite it to a group of judges, and then after that, we answered a bunch of questions about it. And so, yeah, we basically chose an agricultural issue that we thought needed more awareness, and we did it.
Big brand for us. Keeps you thoughts. We go to Indianapolis in October. Thank y'all for your support. Act like y'all like each other. There you go.
So thank you very much. Board, appreciate your patience with that. As you can see, we have very talented academically and athletically, extracurricular, fine arts, just so many things to be proud of from our students in this area. And I just want to say publicly that I am super proud of what you guys have accomplished in your perspective in chosen fields, and just keep up the good work. I know it was a lot of hard work, and so I want to recognize that. Thank you.
Okay, so next we're going to move on to Ross Bell. He is here tonight to brief us on worker. Oh, if you were only here for recognitions, this would be an excellent time for you to stay out the back.
You can stay.
But you are so welcome to stay. We would love to have you. Yes, this is your time. Okay, and then Ross. Oh, we only have one left. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, so I can make this fairly brief. In my view, probably should be doing with the reason is money that NSBA owes us now, owes y'all. They have to pay that money. Okay? So if it's going to come out over the next 5 years, I found out that Lamar can have some additional amount of money to carry that will be coming back also. So the total is $250,000. What's next? The MSBA quota is higher than the real quota. So if we were to take the MSBA quota and take the whole amount of 250, which is another way that we back this.
We stay with them.
Is if we go with it, it's still going to pay us, but we did all at one time. We're still paying, we'll end up over the years paying more this year insurance because the MSBA is higher on the annual. So let's look at savings between current carrier and the MSBA and then get our 250 back. That's kind of what
That's your recommendation.
In the long term, it's going to save you. It's just not there.
Right.
and
One
just
year,
heard
hey.
y'all, last time y'all were in the 16. I wasn't.
Right.
But I do have a spreadsheet, and Jennifer's got a spreadsheet, so she knows when the payments or the first item, knows when the payments are coming out. And so it's, the thing about the MSBA, not only are they higher on an annual basis, but we talked about this in June. It was a joint several things. And though the property and the casualty side never had a assessment, the workers' compensation side has it. The rule, and it's not that it's bad, but they kind of revamped some of the ways they charge premiums and things of that nature, and it made it more solid. But still, annual to annual, they're higher. And we'll do our money for us. Y'all.
Jennifer, do you have anything?
Jennifer and I talked about it to extent, and that, we feel like this is going to, in the long run, be the best option.
I will add this, so you're looking at a 64% differential. 34% is in the model. Okay? So does everybody understand that? That's experience modifier. It's nothing that the insurance company controls. It's your losses compared to anybody else in Mississippi in the class of NCCI. It's that kind of calculates that. So we addressed, we began addressing this some time ago. So our loss control people and working with the landlord and he's working with her again, and we're going to focus at a different spot this time for training and loss control. So that's 34% of that was in the modifier. 17% in your payrolls have come up 17%. So
And that's a lot to do with the state and the pay raise for teachers, and also the state mandated benefits that we have to pay, PERS benefit. We went from 17% to 19% in PERS that we have to pay benefits. And so it's not that we're raising salaries, it's the state pay raise has resulted in that.
So the last year, the expiring payroll was at one level, and of course, the workers' compensation is based on $1 million of payroll. So the expiring payroll is at one level, and the real payroll is 17% higher. So really and truly, the 69, or 64%.
What is it?
So 51% of it, 34, 17, 51% of it, 69% is in either a modifier
Or payroll increase. Okay. So when will we vote on what we decide to do? Is that our next month's agenda? Or are we actually voting on it? We will vote on it tonight. Okay, so thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, no one has any questions. Okay, thank you, Mr. Roll. Okay, so what we will do is we will accept a motion to approve Mr. Bell's.
Stay with
I'm
the
trying to think how to state this, yes.
Stay with the current.
To stay with the current carrier for our workman's comp insurance. So that's what we will take.
Could you identify?
It's Ascot.
It's Amfred, Ascot owns Amfred.
Okay, so that will be the motion to remain with Ascot for our workers' comp insurance. Everybody clear? Okay.
I'll make a motion that we stay with our current plan that's got Mr. Bill through.
Thank you. And we need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and that's unanimous. Okay, next we have a transportation update from our transportation director, Mr. Mitchell Smith.
So, just felt like it would be important for the board to hear from our directors, and so.
I'm first.
Yeah, you're first up, so I've got his PowerPoint, if you can, if I need to turn that.
No, that's fine.
Well, I'm talking about the board.
No, that don't make sense.
Okay. We're good, man.
I just, you go for it.
Okay.
I get to tell them what to do. I like it.
That's.
So Dr. Hampton asked me to just talk to you guys about what we do every day, some of the things that are going on in transportation, what all it entails. The most important part, though, is sitting right back there in the back of the room. If you're a bus driver or work for our staff, raise your hand. Thank you. They're some of the hardest working people we have. Every day, we do 110 regular routes in the AM and in the PM. Of those, 14 of the routes are special needs routes. We have a piloted program in Oak Grove for pre-K students that are regular ed, not just special needs. We run 13 extra routes to Jefferson Tide and Jefferson Tech each day. Our CTE runs 3 times a day from all different areas. We also run routes for Pearl River Community College, Project Search, CARES, and any transition routes that the alternative school needs us to run in the middle of the day. Basically, if you look from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., there's a bus on the road somewhere in Lamar County. Last year, we drove over 600,000 miles. That's enough to circle the equator 25 times. That's how much we do. We are 1 director, 1 assistant director, a lead mechanic, 6 mechanics, 1 routing specialist, 4 lead drivers, 113 route drivers, 34 monitors, and then a whole lot of subs, coaches, and administrators that help us out everywhere. Even Dr. Gray hops on the bus and helps us out from time to time. He's a big help to us. In 1 route, I rode with the driver and counted. A couple of drivers and counted. In 1 route alone, a driver has to make over 150 decisions, all while monitoring 50 to 93 students. That's a big deal. We have teachers that make that many decisions as they're teaching, and they're monitoring 25 kids, and they're not driving something down the road. So they do a phenomenal job at what they do there. Entry-level driver training. When we have new drivers, the federal government mandates that they go through a 40-hour course. On top of that, road training. We have 7 staff who are certified with the Federal Department of Transportation as entry-level driver trainers. Our third-party testers that come, their trainings, they've quoted us and let me quote them. I love going to Lamar County. I know that's always going to be a pass. That was from Joseph Hooker. If you need to see a good training and testing setup, go to Lamar County. They have some of the best training in the area. As of right now, all of our routes are air conditioned. Except the ones in the shop. Our sub buses don't have air conditioning, but we are anticipating that changing as we move into the next phases of our bus subbing out and replacing buses. We have a goal. There is a method to the madness. The first step was to get all air-conditioned buses out, and then the next step is to move toward
getting some of our buses that are air conditioned, but that have the evil engine called the Max Force engine, getting them put on the fence so that we can just use them as subs and get
Mitchell,
better
are we,
buses.
is the problem supply fixed now? Like, are we able to get the ones that we've ordered, or are we still having to wait an extreme time?
No, we got a PO last year for a part for, Nikki, was it bus 112? For bus 112, we got that PO in September. We have yet to receive that part. So it's been a year. We had to cancel the PO and try to get it. And that actually is the same issue with bus 110, 111, 112, and 113, all of them which are currently in the shop right now awaiting that part. So, yeah, no, we're still dealing with supply chain issues, and it is what it is. We fix what we can. I got to give it to our mechanics. They work miracles. They really do. We did add a new radio system last spring. It has digital tracking. It allows also for us to, I can see the speed of the bus, monitor where the bus has been, where the bus is at that location. This is what it looks like the next one when we're looking in the afternoon. So we can see, this is Oak Grove one afternoon while we're running routes. We can see exactly where the buses are. They move in real time. If they're in distress, they can hit an alarm button. Also, when parents call, I can tell them the bus is 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away. I can let them know where the bus is, or when the parent calls, not that they would ever do this, and it says that bus didn't come by my house, I can hit history and say, yeah, it did. So that's what we're able to do. And this is really neat. This has been, we use the word game changer a lot, but it has been. It has been a huge, huge help and a big support for us. And the radio communication is 100% better. We can hear each other. We don't have as many dead spots within the county. I know that, especially in Summerall, our administrators in Summerall are really happy that we have that fixed, because the repeater we were using before, there were so many dead spots in Summerall that we weren't able to reach buses when we needed to. So what we're doing right now for updates, we're replacing cameras. We are evaluating where our camera issues are, and as we get new buses now, we are putting a forward-facing dash cam on them for our newer buses. That's just extra safety for us and for the students. We're doing that. Also, we've increased our use of gasoline buses and increased our fuel availability. What this has done is the transportation department is now the fuel source for the district. We're not having to go to gas stations as much anymore. We can provide the fuel that our district needs. Last one. What are we going to do? We are going to continue to update our fleet, replace our Max Force engines. We are implementing a new routing system. Our routing specialist has been working on that pretty heavy every day. We're going to be working with school safety, and you guys will probably hear about that a little bit later tonight. We're integrating an ID card system that not only they're using within the schools, but also on the bus. They can scan in and off of the bus and help us identify where our students are, and in case there's an emergency, we'll be able to find them a lot quicker. Updating our camera systems to a wireless upload, and then along with this routing system, we will be able to implement in the future a parent app where parents can keep track of the bus and know where the bus is, when the bus is coming, or if they missed the bus. That's it. Anything else? Oh, no, I'm good. No questions.
Before you take questions, he's not going to say it, but I won't thank you publicly, just like I thanks to the others. Mitchell, I got an email from the Lamar County Library system, not our school library, but the county library system, and it was just, hey, if there's a bus that we could use, they won't have a mobile bookmobile. Yes. And so Mitchell's worked with them, and we've been able to find one of our lesser, how would you, I guess you could say,
a bus that we retired but still works.
Bus that still works, but was older, didn't have air conditioning, seats were, just had seen their better days, and so they're going to rip the seats out anyway and make it a big open room. And I had to repair some of the flooring in it, right? So anyway, I just want to tell them thank you, because getting a bookmobile, being able to get out and get books in kids' hands is huge, and it's only going to benefit us. We were able to work with the library system to be able to get that for them. It was a great partnership, and I want to tell Mitchell how much I appreciate him working with them. And so we're looking
daily basis, because I heard some of the stories, you know, of what can go on, but I never felt, you know, that they were not safe. So I appreciate you guys, I really do.
I can't say enough good things about our drivers. They are
We have
the
phenomenal
best in the
drivers.
state.
Yes.
Yep.
So, thank
Tell
you.
your friends, we need them too.
Yes.
Thank you, Mitchell, we appreciate you. Okay, all right, so we're gonna pick back up on item 7. Approval of the August 12th, 2024 minutes. So I need a motion.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. Next, we have the approval of the August 23rd, 2024 special call minutes.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that is unanimous as well. Next, we have the approval to advertise for bids on the bus-mounted student ridership monitoring system. So Dr. Hempkins will speak to us about that.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Mitchell was talking about. Mr. Smith was talking about. It will give us the availability to be able to have. We're going to student IDs in our middle school, high school, and our elementary. We're just implementing in phases, and so they will be able to scan on and scan off. Heaven forbid we ever have an accident, we need to know who's on that bus, to be able to contact parents, we need to be able to have real-time information of who's on, who's off, where they got on, so they'll scan on, scan off, and so that we will have an idea of who's on that bus, when they're on, and how long. So this is, again, you can't ever put a price tag on safety, and this is going to end up being safety for our students when they're on the bus too.
I know we've all seen those news articles where a kid fell asleep on the bus
Yes.
and nobody knew they didn't get off, right? So this will give us a good checks and balances on that. Yes, Mitchell?
And just so you guys know, our buses are equipped with alarms that our drivers have to check. Every driver at the end of their route, both their routes, they walk the bus back and forth so that doesn't happen.
So even extra security, that's wonderful to know. Okay, so we will take a motion on the approval to advertise for bids for this system.
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous. Next, we have the approval to reject a bid for the Baxterville walk-in freezer and to hold a knee reverse auction. Is this a situation where we only received one?
Went above the.
Okay, so there's something wrong with specifications, so we're gonna get new ones.
And then it
Is
went
what we're
above
asking
the
for.
threshold, so we had to go to reverse auction instead of getting.
Okay, so reverse auction instead of 2 quotes, okay?
Make a motion.
Have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous. Next, we have the approval of changes to policy GABA, GABBA, GABE, GACP, GADAC, GBRHB, GCD, and GCRAA.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. Next, we're going to move to our land manager matters. Mr. Harless, if you would come.
I think I'm gonna make him talk. He likes his voice.
I can't hear you, Mr. Harless. I don't know what you're saying.
So the first item I have is to approve the cancellation of lease number 5 to our duty personnel.
Okay, all in favor, I need a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous.
Next item is to approve the cancellation of lease number 987 Curtis County.
Okay, motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous.
Next item is to approve the cancellation of lease number 797 Chad Chapman.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes.
Next item is to approve the cancellation of lease number 726 Sanford and Delancey.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's unanimous.
Next item is to approve the cancellation of lease number 560 David Rollins.
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes.
Next item is to approve the cancellation of lease number 813 Peter Simpson.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes.
Next item is to approve the assignment of lease number 762 Kyle Schuster.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Last item is to approve the assignment of lease number 858 Warren Strahan to Shavita Jalel.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Harless.
Thank you, Mr. Harless.
next we are going to move on to our superintendent's report.
Awesome. Just found out today that they released the National Merit. Our students as a juniors take PSAT, and if they score within the top 2% of the students in the nation, not just the state, in the nation, if they score the top 2%, they are recognized as National Merit semifinalists. Then these students will take the SAT and try to qualify to be in the top 1%, which will be a National Merit finalist. But in our district, we have 7 National Merit semifinalists.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, we have 7 students in our district, juniors, that are in the top 2% of the students in the nation according to the SAT. Just wanted to publicly say that the board, you guys voted to go after our bond issue again. It is a maximum, and I stress maximum, of $117 million dollars to build a new Summerall High School, a new Oak Grove Middle School, a new Purvis High School, a new office building at the Oak Grove Elementary, and a new multi-purpose building for Lumberton Elementary. That vote will take place November the 5th, 2024, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That vote will be at the regular precincts. It will be on, you'll vote for the president, and then you'll vote for any national elections, and then you'll vote for statewide elections, then countywide, and then all the way at the bottom is going to be the vote for the bond referendum. And so, just wanted to point that out. We tried to answer all the questions. I'm very proud to say, one of the biggest complaints that we did not promote the bond issue in May. And so wanted to be careful and point out that as we cannot use taxpayer dollars to promote this bond issue. We can only inform. And so we did several meetings, we talked at several events. I've done a lot to not to promote, but to inform. But this time we do have a group of citizens. It's a fairly large group of citizens that is raising money through donations to have billboards and yard signs to make sure that we get out the information, correct information, so our voters can make sure that they are informed when they make their vote. There is also a Facebook page, Friends of Lamar County Schools, that is putting that information out as well. So very proud that we're able to get that information out so that our voters can know what they're voting for and make sure we get the information out. I know there's some concerns here in the Summerall area about where we're building the building. Please understand, we are trying to make sure we do everything we can to save taxpayer dollars. And one of that is if you have to purchase land, the Mississippi Department of Education requires a minimum of 15 acres for a high school. Then for every 100 students that you have in that high school, you have to add another acre. And so we're going to build a school to 900 students, so that would be at least 24 acres. But that is if those acres are perfect and flat, or perfect and not wetlands, or we wouldn't have to set aside wetlands and use them. And that's just for the high school. So here, you can squeeze them in, but that's, that would be packed in tight. You want to make sure you leave enough room for parking and things like that. And so to be able to do it right, it would take, somewhere around at least the minimum would be 32 acres, but we would need to have, if we had more, in which we do. The acres we have in 16th section is enough to be able to build a high school, and then as needed, make sure that we can build our athletic facilities, on the same site, making sure that our students can just walk out of the high school into their football field, baseball field, softball, soccer, performing arts center, those things. The performing arts center could be built onto the high school the way that we're having architects design. And so that would not be a problem. And so, I understand the concerns about building it outside of the city limits and out on 44, but like I explained to several parents, is that if you had land free and clear, that it was, maybe it was property that was willed to you by a family member, you wouldn't want to drive 5 miles west of there, buy property and build a house, if you want to build a house, you want to make sure that you put every dollar into the house that you wanted to build on the free land that you have. And so that's what we're trying to do with this. It would also, the benefits are also the fact that we can spread out our traffic load. You know, when you have, that will put the new high school site on Highway 44, and the middle school will be in town, and the elementary will be up Todd Road. And there will be about 6.2 miles between the new high school site and the elementary, which will give us ample space to be able to spread traffic load from car pickups to buses and things like that. So, any questions about that, or you could, yeah, and so, you know, there are some concerns about roads, but, you know, it will be built on Highway 44, which is a highway. We'll start immediately after the bond pass. We'll start working with the Mississippi Department of Transportation to look at what the feasibility of the turning lanes and making sure of those things. Working with the county. I've talked with water. The main thing with water is that you have to have enough water supply, because we're building 2-story buildings. You have to have enough water supply to operate sprinkler systems. And when I talked to the West Lamar Water Association, the head engineer for West Lamar Water Association assured me that there is enough pressure to be able to operate the sprinkler system. So that means that there'll be ample enough pressure to flush toilets and cook and do all the things that we're going to need to do with water fields and things like that. Typically what we try to do with like athletic fields is to dig a well and put, you know, well water instead of city water, I guess you could say, because it's actually cheaper and better for the grass in some ways. Electricity, I spoke with Pearl River Valley Electric, and you know that they were more than happy to run the power to our substation. You know, it's kind of like I told someone, when I built my house, all I had to do was put that box in. The power company knew they were going to have a monthly payment of power, so they were more than happy to hook up to my service and allow me to pay those bills. And so that is something that, you know, if we choose to put it underground instead of going over so many feet off the road that they give us, and it would be like 60 cents every foot after that if we choose to. And so those are things that we would have to work with them as well. But if there's a cost of hooking power up to the new site, it will be very minimal at most.
So all those things mostly are already being considered by the
Architects, yes. And
and
we've already looked
part
at
of this bond.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and so those things are being added into what the estimate is that the architects have given us. We've already done some preliminary civil work, civil engineering work to make sure the viability of the site, so that we can bid go off and to start building. If there was an old trash dump or you know, the soil isn't stable enough to hold, you know, a 2-story building, this, that, and the other. Those all came back for all 3 sites very favorably.
The last thing I wanted to talk to you about was this campus.
This campus.
There has definitely been some question about what happens to this campus.
Yeah.
With it being in the center of town.
Yes, and so it stays in the center. We're going to our plan is to move our 7th and 8th grade, which is at the middle school now, over into our high school buildings. We will be able to remove all portables off these campuses and all portables that are on the elementary campus, and we bring 5th grade over and have 5th and 6th grade in the current middle school and 7th and 8th grade in the current high school buildings, minus those portable buildings, so that we can have everyone in a stable classroom, and we don't have to worry about like this Wednesday afternoon with the hurricane that we're monitoring. I want to bring that up, but this is a perfect case that if we're in those portables, we have to bring those kids into our stable structure with bad weather, so that they don't, you know, be home as less as possible, I guess you could say, you know, if there is an issue with the weather. So, any other questions? Great. Again, I want to say that yes, we are monitoring the current weather situation. We've been in contact. Chief Hill has been in contact with James Smith, our emergency management. We've been receiving updates every time he gets updates. We'll know more tomorrow by 11 o'clock. Is that right? Yes. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and we'll make some decisions based on that. We all know that hurricanes like to shift and move and go, and so we don't want to make a decision too quick, and then we're sitting home on a Sunday afternoon with no weather at all. And so we're going to make sure that we get plenty of ample time to make some decisions and take take care of childcare if we do decide. You know, I think right now our plans, worst case scenario is that we might have an early release on Wednesday if we so.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your report. Okay, we're gonna move on. Our next item is to set our next regular board meeting for October 14th, 2024, and this time we will be at Bellevue Elementary, starting at 6 p.m. Does anybody have a scheduling conflict?
Good.
You guys familiar with that? And Jeremy is not here, so we're just gonna assume that he doesn't have a conflict. Okay, so we will accept the motion.
Motion.
Second. A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. So next we have our consent agenda items, and we've got to flip several pages here. How far are we at? All the way to the back page. So we will accept them. Oh, does anybody have any questions?
No question.
Ms. Farmer? Mr. LaFain? And Dr. Hampton, you approve all?
I approve everything.
Okay, so we are good. So we will accept a motion on consent agenda.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And that is also unanimous. Next, we have other, but we have no other. So we'll pass it. And now, we would consider executive session. We have four student matters and 2 personnel matters. And then we are also receiving a safety update by our SRO, Tamika Hill. Would anyone like to?
Make a motion, we consider executive session.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we would take a motion to enter executive session.
Motion, we enter.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are in executive session. Thank you for coming.